With this wipe officially coming to a close either today or tomorrow, I think it's a perfect time, if you have not already, start mentally preparing for this next wipe, being patch 13, the Streets of Tarkov wipe. Wipes are generally very overwhelming for a lot of new players, so it's important to mentally prepare now and think about what you want to accomplish with this upcoming wipe. So let's not waste any more time and let's talk about our goals and prepare for this wipe that is coming. Regardless of what's coming this wipe, there are a ton of different goals and accomplishments that any player can achieve, whether that be maxing your traders or going for something like unlocking the tracksuit. So I'm going to be talking about my current goals and giving some of you guys who get bored of Tarkov some ideas of what you can work towards throughout the wipe to hopefully keep you interested in the game for longer. First and foremost, because there are some changes coming to the tasks and potentially skills this wipe, as always, take what I'm saying with a grain of salt because this might affect and change some of our goals that we have for this wipe. But for the most part, I don't think there's going to be a complete overhaul in the skills or the tasks, so I am going to include those in my current upcoming goals. The first goal that I have, and I have every single wipe, is the Kappa container. The Kappa container is the biggest and best secured container that we have in the game currently, and is a staple when it comes to the grind of Tarkov. This container is only available once the required tasks in the game are completed, which is basically all the quests in the game. And you have to get all the streamer items collected with a founder raid status, and you also have to be a certain level to get this quest unlocked, which last wipe was level 55. Having this container unlocked also gives you a Dead Skull armband, which is really just a flex to have to show others that you grinded this wipe and got something that few people aside from streamers obtain. Obviously, this is a huge goal to have and I don't always get it done, but it is something that I always try to at least attempt to get. So I always collect and keep every single streamer item that I find, as long as I can in case I ever do get to the point of obtaining Kappa. Regardless if I make it that far or not, I think Kappa is something that everyone should at least keep in mind when they're going through a wipe, because it does make people focus on getting quests done and overall just trying to progress through the game in order to get these items. I know that there are a ton of people out there who can't get or they don't want to try to get the container because it does take a lot of time and effort, so maybe you can start with something else like maxing your traders. This is something that I recommend for a lot of new players or for people who only want to grind for a little bit and then just PvP. Maxing your traders is similar to Kappa, but on a smaller scale, because you only need to do quests to get your trader reputation up to a specific point. Once you get to that point, you don't need to do any more quests if you don't want to, which I know a lot of people don't like to do quests because they can get frustrating or boring. So if you have done quests before and you are bored of that and you aren't going to go for Kappa, then just get your trader reputation to the max point that it needs to get to and you'll be good to go. I recommend this to newer players especially, because going for max traders by doing quests will help you out in future wipes because you'll be more familiar with the quests and you will eventually have an easier time doing them. Now with that being said, this wipe is supposed to change some quests around, so it might not be as familiar as what we have had in the past, but either way the quests are in the game to help you unlock and progress faster, so I don't see why you wouldn't at least try to get them done to the point of maxing your traders. This way you can buy and have access to all the gear that the Giga Chads have, and you will be able to compete throughout the wipe in terms of having the same ability to get attachments, weapons, and ammo. The next goal that I personally have is to have a survival rating of 75% or higher before maxing my traders. If you don't already know, your PMC does keep track of your stats throughout the wipe. If you go over to the overall tab, it does show you all your stats, and one of them is your survival rate, meaning how many raids you survived in comparison to how many you were killed in action. This is just a fun challenge that I am setting for myself, and obviously not everyone has to do this or should do this. Your survival rating has nothing to do with the game itself and is only for you to look at. So I know personally that I want to try to do this just as a challenge for myself because I have played multiple wipes now and I want to give myself another difficult challenge to work for. So I don't recommend this for a lot of players, especially those who are new or if this is your first wipe. You shouldn't be looking at your stats anyway because the chances are you're gonna die a lot. The only reason that I'm doing this is because I've never worked towards something like this before, and I think it would be fun to do and mix up how I view the game. Obviously that goal is definitely not for everybody, and it shouldn't be. So maybe you can just make a goal to make as much money as you can, or have a clean and organized stash with a ton of different containers to hold your gear. Maybe max out your hideout and get all the benefits from that. Whatever it is you want to accomplish this wipe, it doesn't matter, because it's all personal and you get to choose what you want to do. Some players do different challenges like hardcore, where they can only use items that they get in raid and only do barter trades. Tarkov is a game where sometimes you have to set your own goals to keep yourself hooked. There are a ton of different things you can do to make this game more interesting for yourself. You just have to find out what it is and what you want to accomplish and do. The last goal that I have for myself and for everyone this wipe is to explore Streets of Tarkov and get to know the new map. Streets is something that has been teased and hyped up for so long now and is finally coming out. at least the first iteration of it. So if there's one last goal that I have for everyone, it is to have fun while exploring the new map and learn it together. New maps are always exciting, stressful, and fun. Everyone is learning the different points of interest, the extract, where to go, where not to go, and is overall just something that we as a community get to come together and learn from experience. So even though you might be intimidated by loading into a map where you have no idea where you're going or where you need to leave, that is the fun of Tarkov, right? We all started that way, and that is what hooked us in the first place. The exploration of the unknown is exciting. So as a community goal, I think exploring and learning streets is the biggest and most important goal of this wipe. But that is all I have for you guys today, and I'm extremely excited for this next wipe to drop within the next couple of days. So let me know down in the comments what your goals are for this wipe and what you're most excited about. Thank you all for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe and do all the things the algorithm loves, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.